So, tapos na tayo sa admission of a new partner. So, let's proceed to the withdrawal or retirement of a partner. So, the partner decided to withdraw. So, malis siya sa partnership. So, maybe ng ibang bansa or there's a conflict between the partners. So, nag-away sila. So, the partner ceases to be associated with the partnership. So, if a partner withdraws or retire from a partnership, the capital of that partner can be sold to a new partner. So, may pumalit na new partner, aray, or the interest of that retiring partner is sold to the continuing yung natira ng partner, or it is the partnership who buys the interest of the retiring partner. In accounting for these two, madali lang to kasi it is accounted for in the same manner as in the admission of a new partner by purchase of interest. Ito new partner and continuing partner. So meaning, ang binayad ni new partner to the retiring partner is personal. Right? As well as yung binayad ni continuing partner to the retiring partner, personal. So, walang binayad ang partnership. So, ano lang yung entry ng partnership? So, sa books ng partnership, ang i-record lang natin is the transfer of capital from the retiring partner to the new partner, or transfer of capital from the retiring partner to the continuing partner. So, ganyan. So, for example, A, B, tapos C, capital nila is 50, 50, 100. So, napagod si C, nag-retire. So, binenta niya yung capital niya to a new partner, D, for assuming 120,000. So again, the same sa purchase of interest, disregard natin yung payment because that is personal between the retiring partner and the new partner. So yung entry ng partnership dito will be debit, since wala na si C, so debit lang capital ni C, credit ang new capital ni partner, which is 100. So, ito lang. Disregard mo yung 120. So, ang composition ng new partnership will be A, B, and D na. So, 50, 50, 100. So, napalitan lang si C. For the second naman, assuming instead na D, binenta ni C yung capital niya to A, so, same pa rin, debit C capital, 100, and credit kung saan niya binenta kay A, capital, 100. Basta, ang concept niyan is dapat, any capital balance of the retiring partner should be closed. Understood? So, i-close mo capital ng retiring partner, i-transfer mo kung sino man yung binili. So, ang composition ngayon will be A and B na lang kasi wala na si C. Pero ang capital na ni A ngayon is 150. Kay B, 50 pa rin. But in both cases, ang total capital natin is 200,000 pa rin. 200, 200, and 200. Ang last is yung sale of interest to the partnership. So, si partnership mismo yung nagbayad kay retiring partner. So, syempre, pag nagbayad si partnership, ang entry niyan will be credit to cash or any other assets as considered as payment to the retiring partner. Right? So, in accounting for retirement class, before computing for the amount paid to the retiring partner, dapat makompute nyo muna yung adjusted capital ng lahat ng partners. So, bakit may adjustments? There may be some profits or loss that has not been distributed yet. So, pag may undistributed, syempre, distribute mo sa lahat ng partners. There may be some adjustments or revaluations or any unrecognized assets and liabilities. So, recognize mo rin yun sa lahat ng partners. Basta, before computing for the bonus or the amount of revaluation, dapat makompute nyo muna yung adjusted capital ng lahat ng partners. So, again, the sale of interest to the partnership, so it is the partnership that actually pays for the capital interest of the retiring partner. So, the payment by the partnership may be equal to the capital of the retiring partner, or it may be greater than or less than the capital of the retiring partner. Right? So, if hindi equal yung binayad ng partnership, so the difference between the amount paid to the retiring partner and his capital is accounted for as bonus or revaluation. So, it can be a bonus to the retiring partner or to the remaining partner, yung natira. It will be allocated using the residual profit and loss ratio. So, kung sa revaluation method naman, the difference is accounted as share ng retiring partner sa asset revaluation. So, kung nag-increase, positive. Kung nag-decrease, negative revaluation. Okay? Kaya, dahil, ang concept niyan is, in retirement or withdrawal, kung magkano yung capital balance mo at the date of the retirement, yun yung marireceive mo na cash. But again, it depends upon the agreement of the partners whether to pay you equal to your capital or to pay you an amount greater than or less than to your capital. So let's have an example to understand it better. Problem number 4. Okay. So, on June 30, 2016, the balance sheet for the partnerships of Valier, Gord, and Vale together with their respective profit and loss ratios is summarized below. So, assets, so Valier loan, so meaning, ang partnership may loan kay Valier, then Gord, Vale, 2020-60. Valier has decided to retire from the partnership, and by mutual agreement, the assets are to be adjusted to their fair value at 360. So if you notice, ang assets natin may cost na 300, pero ang fair value na daw on the date of retirement of Valier is 360. So it is agreed that the partnership will pay. So the partnership yung bumayad kay Valier amounting to 102,000 cash exclusive of the loan, which will be repaid in full. So meaning yung total na binayad is 102 plus 15, that would be 117,000. So ito yung total cash payment by the partnership, 117,000. Revaluation is to be recorded in this transaction as implied by the excess payment to Valier. So, di ba, ang total interest, later na lang. Before tayo mag-compute ng difference, compute muna natin yung adjusted capital. Bakit? There is a adjustment on the assets. So, magkano ba yung adjustment? So, 360 from 300 naging 360. So, may increase na 60,000. So, capital ng partners Valir, Gord, and Vale with 20-20-60 profit and loss ratio. So, yung capital nila, so i-add ko na yung loan ha, kasi the loan will also be repaid. 85, 65, and 150,000. Total of 300,000. So, may adjustment tayo sa assets. So, positive. So, magkano, may amounting to 60,000. So, magkano yung share? 20-20, 60. So, that would be 12,000, 12,000, and 36,000. So, if in case may undistributed profits and loss, so distribute mo rin yung share ng each partners. And then, since wala na, ibang adjustment, so ito na yung adjusted capital nila. At the moment, Valir retired. So, 97 plus 2. So, plus din lahat yan. 97, 77, and 186. Total, 360,000. So, basically, ang dapat ibabayad ng partnership should be equal to 97. But, they agreed to pay Valir amounting to 117,000, an amount greater than his capital interest. So, how should we account for the difference? So, assuming sa first requirement daw, may revaluation is to be recorded. So, how much is the capital of Gord and Vale after the retirement? So, magkano ba yung difference natin? So, we have a difference of 20,000. So, may additional 20 si Valir. So, under the revaluation method, the difference is accounted for as the difference as the share of the retiring partner in the asset revaluation. So, meaning, the amount of 20,000 na difference, share ni Valerian sa total revaluation. So, magkano ba ang total revaluation? So, simply, since 20% yung profit and loss ratio ni Valer, so 20 divided by 20%, so that would, ang total revaluation natin is 100. So, ang share ng ibang partner for Gord, 20, then 60 for Vale. So, yung capital nila after the revaluation will be 97 and 246 respectively. So, ang answer natin will be 97 and 246, letter C. Right? So, again, under the revaluation method, the difference between the capital and the amount paid is considered as share in the revaluation. Second question, using the same information, how much will be the capital balance of Gord and Vale after the retirement of Valir using the GAAP approach? What do you mean by GAAP approach? So, the problem is referring to the bonus method, because bonus method is preferred by the GAAP, while the revaluation method is not. Because according to GAAP, revaluation of assets or recognition of goodwill, kasi dati yung revaluation is termed as goodwill method. So, recognition of goodwill, even though there may be objective evidence that a specific asset is undervalued or overvalued, because it will result in departure from the historical cost principle. So, they argue that recording an increase in fair value for external reporting is not in accordance with substance over form principle. That is, even though the partnership may be legally dissolved, the economic substance of some types of dissolution is that the business activity continues without interruption, which means the new partnership is merely an extension of the old partnership. So yun yung argue ng GAAP. Kaya mas preferred nila yung bonus method kaysa sa revaluation method. So under the bonus method, how much is the capital of Gord and Bale after retirement of Valier? So as discussed earlier, under retirement, the difference may be accounted for as bonus or revaluation. So tapos na tayo sa revaluation. So let's have the bonus method. So balik lang tayo sa problem. Mag-start tayo dito sa adjusted capital. So Valier, Gord, and Vale with 20, 60% profit and loss ratio. So adjusted capital after the adjustment of asset is 97, 77, and 186, total of 360. So the amount paid is 117. So the difference of 20, so instead na revaluation, it is accounted for as bonus. So di ba pag bonus method, pag binigyan ng bonus si retiring partner, it will be deducted from the remaining partners, Gord and Vale. So otherwise, if negative to, mas maliit yung na-receive ng retiring partner, it will be bonus to the remaining partners. So magkano yung share ng ni Gord at ni Vale respectively? So kadalasan nagkakamali yung mga yung karamihan dahil diretso silang nagmo-multiply ng 20% sa 20. Kasi yun yung profit and loss ratio ni Gord, which is wrong, because if you use the ratio 20% and 60%, yung total niyan will be 20% ng 2 is 4, 60% ng 20 is 12. So magkano lang yan? That's only 18,000. So kulang. So ang sabi sa standard, dapat it will be allocated using the residual. So anong meaning ng residual profit and loss ratio? So meaning this 20,000 will be allocated to Gord and Vale using the residual profit and loss ratio. Syempre, hindi nakasali si Valier. So ito na lang yung natirang profit and loss ratio. So magkano tong, so i-convert natin to into fraction so that this will be 2 over 8 and 6 over 8. So add mo lang 2 plus 6. So 20 times 2 over 8, ang share ni Gord is 5 and for Vale is 15. So magkano yung capital nila? So 77 minus 5, 72, and for Vale 171. So yung answer natin will be for Gord 72,000 and for Vale 171,000. So revaluation method and the bonus method. The non-GAAP method, the GAAP method. Okay? So I think that's it for retirement or withdrawal. Proceed tayo sa incorporation of the partnership. So in accounting for, di ba apat to? Admission, withdrawal, then death. So in accounting for death or incapacity, so pare-pareho lang sa withdrawal or retirement. So let's have the incorporation of a partnership. So when a partnership is converted into a corporation, the partners' relation changes because they cease to be partners. So instead, they become shareholders or stockholders. So in accounting for incorporation, syempre mas mahabang proseso yan from partnership to corporation. So on the date of incorporation, the partners' capital balance are adjusted to their respective shares in any profit and loss. So if in case hindi pa na-distribute, so distribute mo yung profit and loss, and any revaluation gains and losses as at the date of the incorporation. So meaning dapat adjusted capital balance pa rin. The adjusted capital balance may be used in determining the number of shares to be issued in each partner. So normally, the books of the partnership is closed and the new books are established for the corporation. So to better understand, let's have problem number 5. Okay, so here we have partners Cecilion and Carmilla. So at the date of incorporation, ito yung balances nila. Then we have the following adjustments to be made by the CPA or recommended by the CPA before accounting records for corporation were to be established. So may allowance, short-term prepayments to be recognized, may adjustment to fair value, then may accrued liabilities to be recognized. So assuming 10,000 shares of 5 par common stock were to be issued to the partners, so 5,000 shares for each partner in exchange for their equities in the partnership, 50,000 shares of common stock were authorized to be issued. So immediately following the incorporation, magkano daw yung additional paid in capital in excess of par, or ang new term niya is share premium, should be credited for. So magkano daw yung share premium sa corporation. So in accounting for incorporation, again as mentioned earlier, adjust tayo for the adjustments. Then after adjustments, close the books of the partnership. Then open the books of the corporation. So once open na yung books ng corporation, ma-reflect na yung fair value ng mga assets and liabilities. So hindi ko na ipapakita yung mga entries as to closing and opening because that would consume some time. Anyway, madali lang naman tong closing and opening of entries, right? Siyempre, yung mga credit balances to close dapat i-debit. Then yung mga debit balances i-credit. So instead, let's just prepare the balance sheet of the corporation immediately after incorporation. So let's have the assets and liabilities and shareholders equity. So for assets, we have cash. So walang adjustments as to cash. So ang cash natin, that would be 10,500. Next ng cash is accounts receivable. So tapos na itong cash. Accounts receivable, 5,900, pero may allowance na recognized 1,2. So ang accounts receivable net natin is 14,700. Next is okay na to, short-term prepayment. So may prepaid expenses tayo, 800. So okay na to. Current fair values of inventory. So inventory, so from 42, fair value niya is 48,000. Then the equipment daw has a fair value of 72,000. May asset pa ba? So okay na rin to. So total asset natin will be 146,000. For the liabilities, we have accounts payable na 16,400. Then we have accrued liabilities to be recognized. So accrued liabilities, 750. Then shareholders equity natin will be composed of common stock additional paid-in capital, and retained earnings. Siyempre, since beginning pa ng period, 0 pa yung retained earnings natin. Then, yung question is magkano yung additional paid-in capital sa corporation. Siyempre, total assets should be equal to our liabilities and equity. So, assets minus liabilities, ang net natin or the total amount of the shareholders' equity is 128,850. So again, assets minus liabilities. So ang net is 128,000. Syempre, yung common stock natin always at par. So ilan ba yung shares na in-issue? So assuming 10,000 shares are to be issued with 5 par value. So 5 times 10,000 shares, so that would be 50,000 pesos yung common stock natin. So the excess of the value over par, yun na yung additional paid-in capital natin na 78,850. So again, these assets and liabilities are already reflected at their fair values. So since ang requirement is the additional paid-in capital or share premium, dapat makuha natin yung value ng assets at liabilities. If the requirement is to compute the capital, syempre, you have to compute the capital after these following adjustments. So, dapat alam mo kung ano ang effect ng adjustments sa capital balance ng partner. So, yun lang po sa dissolution. So, if you have any questions, so please don't hesitate to comment it down below. And I hope I have contributed or I have shared enough knowledge to you with regards to dissolution of partnership. So, yun lang po. Thank you.